Hey guys, so now that we know how the browser interaction works, now we need to know how exactly our code, how exactly our code is written, right? Okay. So for coding, there is this coder. So first let's see the prompt of the coder. Project step-by-step plan is sent to the coder. So the coder has a step-by-step plan. Also, there's the context from the user context, and context from knowledge base. Although knowledge base is not yet implemented, let's just leave it like this, right? So knowledge base would be some database or something in which there might have been some context of this, but there is no knowledge base. So yeah, for now. So read step by step carefully, think step by step, learn relevant information from the knowledge base, then write the code in the step by step plan. Your response should only be in the following format markdown. So basically, the response should be like file main.py. So this is basically the file name, and then there is this Python. The type of this file is Python, and hence there is a print example. Similarly, file src slash main dot rs means in the directory src there is main dot rs, and in rs we have a function println not and all. Similarly, nested directory example code.py print example, something like this, right? So basically, we also need the file directory from this coder and also what exactly we code, right? So once we have this, basically what where were we? If you remember that we were in execute, and here what we were getting is like there were these queries from the search result which we did, and after that we sent the search results to the coder too, that these are the context which we get from the web, and we send the step by step plan, also the user context, that is the ask user prompt, and the project name. And this coder.execute would run. After when we run this coder.execute, what happens is we render the prompt at first, and after that we get a response, and from that we see if that is a valid response or not. So valid response is checked if you can see here the valid response is there. If this is not in, if these three is not in response, then return false. If it is, then we separate the file name and the code and all these, right? So yeah, and then we print the valid response, and then we self dot emulate writing code writing valid response comma project name, right? So once we have this, we just emulate code writing. So let's just read what emulate code writing is. Emulate code writing, we have for current file in code set. Code set is basically a list, right? It is a list of the uh, file name and the code in that file, right? So you can see in current file we write code set, and then we get the file name, and this all these are done in validate response, right? We separate, we basically parse the string into different parts, and there's this file and there's this code, and every time we just write them into the right. You can see the terminal section is there, and add current state. This is just emulate code writing. Yeah, and after emulating code writing, we return the response to the coder of the coder, and this is basically the code. And once we get the code, we just save code to project. We save code to project. How? We save code to project by writing with open file, and then we write the code to a specific file path. File path is how do we get it? From the file name which was sent by the validated response, and that is how we basically code. In the next lecture, we will see how exactly this all of these are executed. This was just the theory of how exactly they implement it. So, for a quick recap, what happens is at first there is a step-by-step plan and search results from browser and everything, which is sent to the coder. Then the coder is asked for a format in which there's a file name, and then there's this file type, and then the code, and these all are parsed into separate strings in the valid response, and then it is given back, and then we save it to the code just like we wrote. So I hope you understood how we are doing this. So if you have any queries, you can just hit me in the comment section below. Otherwise, I hope you like this video. If you liked it, please subscribe and thank you. Bye bye.